I found my sunglasses, by the way. What's up, Motoworks Nation? Solves Moto here. Happy Saturday morning. I am, as I often am, headed over to Motoworks Chicago, where this morning we actually have a special treat. We are having a seminar. Gosh, seminar is such a boring word. We have an expert coming in to teach a class about the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail. For motorcycle enthusiasts who live around here, if you have even the slightest aspiration to ride off-road, then there's a good chance that the TWAT is on your radar. The Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail, or TWAT for short, is kind of a rite of passage. So I have to admit, I am squarely that guy. I'm the guy who owns an adventure bike and really doesn't know how to use it off-road. I love the idea of a bike that can go anywhere. But as I think about things like the TWAT and the kinds of adventures that are out there, just literally what these adventure bikes are designed to do, it really makes me want to learn more about how to do that kind of riding. So I'm really curious to see what we see today, what we can learn, and how I'll be able to put that into practice myself.
Well, we're here at Motoworks Chicago today with Chad Berger. Chad is the man behind the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail. It's a 600-ish mile route from the Galena area to the northernmost point in Wisconsin, Cornucopia, right, Chad?
Cornucopia, yeah.
Chad's an outdoorsman, not just a motorcyclist. Has ridden the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail, what, 30-ish times, Chad?
So yeah, somewhat easily.
Yeah, and we've got Chad here today to talk to our people about what it takes to ride the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail.
It's a great introduction to adventure riding, especially multi-day riding. It's a really easy route for anyone to obtain. You can go out and do it, most of it on a weekend. You don't have to invest a lot of money. You don't have to travel far from home, but you can really go out and get your butt handed to you and do some cool riding, see some cool things, and really get a good overview of what Wisconsin has to offer as far as scenery goes, and be back in time for work on Monday.
I met Chad last year at the Motoworks Scramble in Galena, but I had no idea he had so much background in dual sport and adventure riding. I didn't put two and two together that he was our speaker today until I got to Motoworks this morning. I also didn't realize that Chad isn't simply someone who's ridden the TWAT a few times, but he created the route itself. Those GPS routes online, those are his. Cool, right? I love getting information from the source. Chad's presentation was great. He covered the history and details of the route. He talked about what size bikes he prefers to ride on the TWAT, and even how to approach packing your bike for the several days it takes to do the whole route. He covered first aid considerations, route options along the ride, and how to keep in touch with someone like a spouse who's going to want to know that you're okay along the way. He even talked in detail about how to use everything from paper maps to GPS to your smartphone to navigate the route. It was a great presentation, and the audience was really appreciative. He even did quite a bit of Q&A, helping people understand just what to expect from the ride. How do you think it went? What was the response you got from people?
Wow, I think it went over pretty well. Standing room only, lots of good questions, a lot of people interested in getting into adventure riding. You can tell a lot of people have never really done it before, so they want to know about what bike to buy, what gear to buy. I think we covered most of that pretty good.
Another accessible dual sport event is the Motoworks Gravel Scramble. We'll be doing that October 13th to October 15th. We have some great routes. The big loop is 210 miles, probably about 60% unpaved, 40% paved. But the paved sections go by quite a bit quicker than the unpaved sections. So it feels like you're on an unpaved road, maybe 75–80% of the time. It's not technical, really easy, mellow terrain. Much less adventure than the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail, but good camaraderie, and with the timing, October 13th to October 15th, historically that would leave us right in the sweet spot for fall colors. I think that'd be pretty neat to be cruising through that canopy and have that palette of colors come through.
All right, that was great. Thanks, Chad, for coming and doing that presentation for us. You know, it's so easy to think that all of the riding in Chicago is going to be street oriented, but really you don't have to go that far to find really fun dual sport opportunities, and you know, the TWAT is just one of those and one of the best ones. So if you're not familiar with that, go check it out. We've got links in the description to everything that Chad talked about, and yeah, give him a follow and go out and have an adventure of your own. Until then, Sol's Moto out.